Dear friends, welcome to another very exciting edition of Data Science Tutorials. Myself, Dr. Suptik Mukherjee. Today's topic is how to deal with large data sets and particularly the use of dot loc and iloc attributes. So, before we start with the topic, I have a small request. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel. We put a lot of hard work and effort in creating these videos. If you subscribe, it will motivate us significantly. Also, the dataset as well as the Jupyter notebook that you are using today has been uploaded in the GitHub, and the link for which will be provided in the description. So please use it to improve your data science skills. Now, coming on to the topic. In the last video, we had shown that we had taken a Olympic dataset related to Olympics, and had figured out only the gold winners in that list, and then stored it as gold winners data frame. Now that when we see the data frame, this is the columns how it looks like. As you can see, the medal is all gold here. Now what we want to do is we want to create another data frame, another column in the same data frame called underscore short. And here we want to replace the, so this will be a column which will come here, the last one, and we want to replace gold with G. So this column will be there, but there'll be another column middle underscore short, which will have all G. So how do we do that? We use a lambda function here. We use a function a method map, uh, and that is so we have the data frame here, and we use map, and within map we have a lambda function. So if so what this map does is it has the elements of each element in the middle column, and it takes those elements. Now if x is equal to, which is represented by x, and if x equal to gold, then it is G, it becomes G, and it stores the whole thing as a new column within the same data frame, which is medal underscore short. And so I've written in details all these things here. You can go through it. And then I display the new, the same data frame, the head with the uh, head method. And then what do I get? I get the same data frame, an extra column has been added where gold has been replaced by G. Okay. Now, I introduced to you something very interesting, very helpful for data science and reading these large data sets. This loc attribute. Now, what is an attribute? An attribute typically refers to a value or property associated with an object or data structure. It provides information about the object's characteristic, state, and behavior. Attributes can be thought of as variables that are associated with objects, and they can have different types and values. Now, dot loc essentially has it does with the labels. So we want here 10 to 210. So we have 155,000 rows, right? We want 10 to 210th row, and we want sport to athlete column. And we know that we have sport to athlete means we want sport, event, result, athlete, these four columns, right? So when we use the loc attribute, so this is my data frame dot loc, We give the rows 10 to 210 and sport to athlete. And then we see the head, we get sport to athlete, sport event result athlete, and we get 10 and it to 210. Now what I want to do is I want to replace these with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on in sequence. It starts from 0. So what I do is I use this function reset underscore index, where drop equal to true means it drops all the index values and replaces them. I mean, and replace them with 0, 1, 2, that is a default value in sequence. And in place is equal to true means it's the same data set. We have the same data set. We are dealing with the same data set or same data frame. So same data frame without creating a new data frame, and in place equal to false, or if it is in place equal to false, the function will return a new data frame. But we are doing in place equal to true. That means the same data frame we are still sticking on to. So now, if you just print out the data frame, the first five rows, then you see the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of what you had before. You had 10, 11, 12 to 14, right? So now I want to create a data frame with 0, 20, 40 and columns 269. Now I need the iloc attribute. Actually, it's not a method, it's an attribute. It's not a method in traditional sense. It's an attribute used to perform integer based indexing. My mistake, should not have it as a method. Yeah. Anyway, so now what do we do for iloc versus iloc? So loc deals with the labels, right? Label based indexing. Iloc is an integer location based indexing. So now if I use this .iloc attribute, it gives the rows which is based all integers, indexing integer indices, and here also columns integer indices. Okay, so 269, which will give the country, name of the country, athlete and medal, and 10, 20, 40 give these rows only. Okay, now we move to something different. We combine the data frames and get the, so we have the data frame df, we have data frame df1 that I seen shown before in the previous video, and we want to combine. So what do you do? We have two data frames. We use this concatenation method. We provide these two data frames and concatenate. So ignore index is equal to true means it starts from 0, 1, 2 and it goes all the way sequentially. The indices are changed. Now let's look at so what I want to do first, why I'm trying to combine here. I'm trying to combine for a purpose. The goal is to combine and get the gold winner and find Olympians with weight greater than 100. But I think I'm going to run out of time today. We will continue this with the next video. Thanks for watching and happy learning. Bye.